State. And according to reports, it's been alleged that he was being punished for criticizing some road projects that did not meet up to expectations. Would get to, of course, in the coming days, see what investigations have revealed. So far, I've seen Amnesty International condemn that. I've seen several civil society organizations condemn that particular act. But investigations are yet to be carried out, and of course, findings made known to the public about what actually went down there in Delta State. But of course, we'll dig deeper as the conversation continues today. I am Chisom Chinedu. Franklin Ebuka is here as well. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning. Well, I began this very morning with a laughter on my face. A smile on my face. And
because it's Friday?
Not actually, because I came in here and I saw Chisom, Tony, Chinyere. They were arguing about what transpired on Birikambiri. And before then, I had seen on Onyedika's report that in the company where he lives, there was also commotion on that same issue. So I like the fact that it was able to generate, reactions, arguments, counter-argument, and what have you not. Man and woman matter not be here. It not be here. Man and woman matter. It not be here. So it takes those who are inside the union, to explain to you what it is. Because I believe that sometimes we have this very utopian notion about marriage that it's all about a bed of roses, it's full of fantasies and what have you. But when you get inside, you see that is the opposite of what people might have presented. So when you now go into it with this idea that it's going to be, all fun, and then you're not getting it, you think that it's a scam, and then your story might become the story of the likes of what's the name of this? Okay, let me not mention her name. So I'm going to leave that very by the side. Then we talk about the developments in the country, where in the area of politics. We have seen that.
That's in the studio. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Chisom. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, the good people of Southeast. Good morning, India Nambara. Good morning, India Onitsha. Good morning, India Osimo. Good morning, everyone under the reach of a voice. Good morning, Indafia. Ndolo Akandolo Yibo. The pensioners, our elderly persons, because they are the most valuable citizens, the way we have the most valuable player in football. Senior citizens, and we also extend our greetings to the physically challenged and also mentally challenged, financially challenged, and those who are challenged. They are doing that, and we do see them.
Giving numbers.
We'll not pretend we're not seeing them. If you go to some of these roads, Tasia, Oka Road, so many of them, they are giving tolls. In fact, the one along New Market Road, we see them every day. But it is what it is. This is the country we are in. Welcome everyone. We thank God Almighty for a day like this. It's 10th day in the month of July in the year 2026. Another miracle of waking up. Another miracle of seeing another day. We thank God for this very day. So sit back and enjoy the program.
All right, then just to remind you, we are live on Facebook. Udala Radio 104.7 FM is our handle. Join the conversation there. Watch the video live. And of course, we're going to start by telling you what the front pages of the papers say. On our table, there is the Vanguard, Nigerian Tribune, Punch, and The Guardian. And then starting with the Vanguard, the banner headline is PFIPC, please raided my house 3 times at AME's Father Wills. That's on page 5. They jumped fence into my compound, destroyed security wire. They questioned me about my son's whereabouts. Resign now, SDP National Chairman to Baja. Stop running, prove your allegations against Baja. Wike tells fake agency DG. ADC calls for independent panel of inquiry. Xenophobia. Reps seek review of Nigeria's South Africa ties, demand compensation for victims on page 9. Court remands ex-CCT chairman Umrah in Kuje prison over corruption charges. On page 6, Franklin, 15 million. Not dollars. I mean, I'm not saying it is too small for someone to go in for it. I mean, if you steal anything, you have to pay for it. But isn't it weird that people take even more? Last I checked, former Kogi State Governor, how far? How is his case going? Where is he?
Okay, so let me say it again. There is nobody who has served in the public space in Nigeria that if we begin to dig deep, we might not find any trace of corruption or not. We might not find any trace of corruption. your prayer should be that you don't have problem with anybody who is connected to power. Because once you have that very problem, they'll be able to dig and be able to establish that in one way or the other, appropriate public fund. And that is how you're going to go in for it. So what I think most people who are within the crest of power, what they do is that try to ensure that as you are in the game, playing your game, you are settling boys, settling those who are supposed to be settled, covering all your tracks. But the moment you have any problem and somebody decides to remember you, that skeleton you have in your cupboard, they will be able to reveal that, because most of them, when they're in offices, they live beyond the means of their office.
Sadly,
and
so.
if you're asking how do they fund it, the funding comes from all these misappropriations. Big story face on page 3. It says, State police governors seek fiscal judicial reforms. The writer says state policing requires tactical precision, not political emotion. Ex-CDS Rob, I think I agree with him here. Alleged 50 million naira corruption. Ex-CCT chairman Danladi Umaro remanded in Kuje. That story is on page 4. We know how his own case started. It was because he fell out with some persons. I won't betray Nigerians' trust. Reform will deliver better future. Tinubu, he's the one saying so. The writer says sacrifices laid. We bring the headlines on the front page Tribune to conclusion.
On The Guardian, the banner headline is Luxury Ghost Towns. That's a big story on pages 4 and 5. House/funds change fortunes, realities of real estate business. Ocean 2026, Adeleke alleges APC plot to disenfranchise voters. And that's on page 28. IOC divestments leaves indigenous firms with aging oil assets on page 29. Global cancer burden to exceed $3.2 trillion, 35 million cases yearly by 2050 on page 7. PFI shamelessly
Maybe he
so.
was expecting Nigerians to clap because there has been significant improvement from 40,000 to
with the current purchasing power of the naira.
The thing is,
with no reasonable barracks and services to assist these people.
the thing is that there's a problem in the thought process. That's what I think. Did you listen?
Calls to suspend ties with South Africa on page 3.
Okay, so we go over to the Punch newspaper. The big story there is on page 2. It says Tinubu meets security chiefs amid troop salary backlash. The riders, president in closed-door engagement with security chiefs as attacks persist. Veterans, others, 4 soldiers, 100,000 naira wage, demand comprehensive overhaul. Tinubu's Easter pay review promise to security personnel yet to materialize. And the headline says 2027, Tinubu unveils